Hi guys, this is Michi. Keep watching Pinax.
So after the untimely death of KODA, more celebrities are now coming out and telling us that we should pray for them. Now, when I saw these names, I was like, okay, so we are going to wake up one day, God forbid, though, a person like Tima Kumkum or Yari or Kayarisa, Irrational Hospital, and she never came back. A person like Tina, a person like Andy Dusty. Yeah, best sorry, then we just hear something damn and say the person has just left us without any signs or Yariana Bibisa. After KODA's illness, more people are telling us and are coming out to confess that they are living with more damning sickness and even health issues. Tima Kumkum Astatia, we release a lengthy letter and also a statement at G6PD. She herself, she's been diagnosed with it, not just her alone. Another popular female presenter or Ghana has here, or no, your friend Karen Kashkin, or also about Akase. She is also suffering from the same G6PD and she wants to create awareness. Aside from that, too, people are also coming out to say many people who die, not just these celebrities, are as a result of misdiagnosis. One person and Dusty. But then let's start off with the elephant in the room. After the death of KODA, a panicking crowd and there are calls for us to start talking about kidney disease because what we fear most, accident and stuff, you can prevent it. But kidney disease, the 2024 silent killer. Now, beginning of this year, we've lost so many people, from Mr. Ibu to another Nigerian actor to a MP for Ejiso, John Kuma, to now a year KODA. The list goes and on and on and on. And you realize that most of these people, their ages is between 40 to 50, 60 years. And it tells you that this should ring a bell. So in aid of this, a video and KODA air kasa about how he was misdiagnosed and given a certain medication which he was not supposed to take though. And Tima Kumkum got a whole lengthy statement to no social media handles. So all parties say this disease I can once and you watching me, you might be living with it, and it's high time you take your checkup seriously. When Tima Kumkum Troy, Tima say 12 years ago, I almost lost my life due to wrong medication. I lived my life as a G6PD deficient and never understood some things that happened to me during my childhood. My mother always had naphthalene balls camphor at home, in the bathroom, in our wardrobe. Not her fault because she didn't know I had that defect. Now, due to that, I had a serious rash on my leg, and the saddest part was when I was taken to the hospital. I was given sulfur-based drugs, which made the rashes worse. Mind you, camphor is 100% sulfur, and people with G6PD defect must avoid it totally. At the point my mother thought it was spiritual, it stopped by itself when I completed secondary school and moved to tertiary. There, I wasn't using any naphthalene balls, and cautiously, all I knew was I had too many allergies. Small thing, no, I'll get cold like that. Small from my stuff in my wardrobe. Sometimes some spices give me serious running nose. Only for me to get to know I had G6PD for almost 25 years of my life. When I was pregnant with Jaden, even though I felt it was something normal. All they told me was not to take malaria drugs, even every pregnant woman takes. So all they told me was not to take malaria drugs every pregnant woman takes, and that was it for me. Moral here is to know you have a condition, or moral here is to know you have a condition is another. And to know that, and to read is also another. And I now know, or I now knew I had G6PD, but I didn't take the pain to read about it. Fast forward, during my third trimester, around almost 40 weeks, I had an infection, so I went to the midwife end. So before then, you better have some Tima Kumkum statements or the buy and or say. So all along, na oyarin kitten. So yarin kitten or yarin no ono de chen ne say ase kakra she's suffering from allergy. The allergy sa na iti for ya kache na or no office or suffer from allergy. But now all this one she was suffering from G6PD deficiency. For as a better person, you can say G6PD deficiency near patches say enzymes be a woman which helps your red blood cells to perform better. No, the enzymes are basically insufficient and I said they are not even there at all. Two blood cells, white blood cells and red blood cells, and both of these blood cells help you to kind of to keep your body active, to fight against diseases, and also to keep you in check. So this G6PD deficiency, it was one thing na a year Tima Kumkum so suffer the same thing. KODA he was also diagnosed with that. And that's the same thing Tima Kumkum is also saying, says she's suffering from any other. Now, let's continue. Or say all I complained I had, or say my soul I complained that I had infection. Then she wrote posset for me. Hey, my people, I took the medicine in the afternoon only for me to start bleeding in the night. Hey, I called my mom and asked if I've seen blood. I called my mom and asked that I've seen blood. Now, what's the meaning? Then she said it's not normal, but it's supposed to be water or some brownish stuff. I was quickly rushed to the hospital, and unfortunately, pharmacists were on strike. So they kept referring me to Kolebu to 37. Then finally at Rich, that's where a doctor told us that I'm not rushed. If I'm not rushed to a private hospital, I might lose my life. If I'm not rushed to a private hospital, I might lose my life. And also to asu ebium say it if more fan chemi. I don't know it's so I'm trying to get hold of it well. Or say I might lose my life and that of the baby, because all government hospital can't do a CS, and my condition required one due to a pharmacy strike, and that it was when reality set in. And I was rushed to La Paz Community Hospital, and within few minutes Jaden came out, and it was after the surgery that I asked that I want to use this opportunity to alert you all to better get tested now. So that you can protect yourself and your loved ones and live. Because all that happened to me, and the longer the doctor asked what I took, only for me to tell me, only for me to tell him, and then he said, Tima, that drug you took contained sulfur, and it was bringing placenta out, which called abnormal hemorrhage. It was God that saved you, knowing you had G6PD. You should have read about the drug the midwife gave you, and that is where I realized I almost caused my own death. But thank God I was saved last minute. How I survived for the past 25 years of my life without knowing that I had the defect, and I was taking sulfur-based medications and using sulfur-based stuff in my daily life, and I survived. Was just a miracle. Please try to check your G6PD status. Please try to check your G6PD status. But she wrote, try to not check your G6PD status. So let me correct. I said, please try to check your G6PD status and do not live in ignorance. And also, if you get to, so Tima Kumkum say next one na or say all this while sa deficiency and ye can one say my ye bon de rua ye inya bema. Your friend is saying KODA Eka one Sam said he was diagnosed with it and they gave him wrong medication. Tima Eka say she was also to the point say ebra no onyem no ye mani drobia sa edro ne de man no esan se na owosa deficiency na no onim no na eba beku no aha nti abeku anka beku no and all part say she had to read up doctor no it say ye no call hospital and that time the pharmacy senior was strike no each year the rational koko lebuni ade kunya private pharmacy ne channel says edro na ne the manifest no there was sulfur, and she being a G6PD patient no it could have harmed her. Again, share the what I say now. I say do not live in ignorance, and also if you get to know that you have it, please try and read more about it and ask questions when the need be. This is my condition. This my condition made me birth my Tima Kumkum Foundation to help create awareness on G6PD. From today, I will share tips every day and any other day I can on my knowledge with the defect. So basically, Tima catcher say yes, she's suffering from this particular illness and it's so sad. But on lucky they say a bra I didn't see no crano. She was even doctors were and nurses were giving her medicines are anchor and sulfur. So the G6PD, is some sort of a deficiency. You're not supposed to take anything or be around anything which contains sulfuric acid or sulfur-based stuff. Into no Tima no ni onye kra onye me ne firstborn na it is a kra na wayare rashes no call hospital near diagnosis or G6PD. Then even after it drew an medication I offer to help her and to correct the defection or kwani a man it drew a sulfur ewo. Meanwhile your G6PD patient you are not supposed to take any drugs which contains a sulfur based medication. So that's exactly what Tima Kumkum is now telling us. Say it do time of her drew and she was bleeding and she was bleeding as na moja ne fina se ba no friend ne mame e kasa ma me bleed you moja ne ade na mame se dey bi nye moja ne was say ba was say nsuo and a brownish substance and unti no was say call hospital and you ration fast and then call hospital at times na doctor for more strike inti then call hospital doctors for not nurse pharmacists for strike the ration no call hospital pharmacy for strike and they kept referring her to different hospitals from Rage to Kolebu to 37 and finally to La Paz community or Mokacha and said Tima, you have this condition, medication nurses didn't no and yeah they was so far because your G6PD patients are not supposed to take medications with sulfur based stuff, and that is exactly what is really going on. I'm talking about this whole misdiagnosis, and the Dusty Swababek, as I said, at a point in time, she lost her sister due to misdiagnosis, and also one of hospital or more negligence. So in some way, you could see say it cast across board. We could see in Sema Andy Dusty Editu Jayaba. We will continue this particular update.
General Hospital. My elder sister was admitted there. I had been going there and I felt like, why don't we get her to a special ward? Because honestly, I wasn't very comfortable with where she was. Now we went there. So I didn't make the request on time, and so the next day it can be done. Fair enough. And there was this Afianga guy, some foolish boy like that. You did there, go administer medication. It's time for her to take the medication. The guy say wapon. The time is. Meanwhile, the next person where they come, where for come change them. The nurse is not yet in. This guy say wapon. Boss, injection now they want a drone near there and then no. How long would it take? Earlier, I was very cool with it. Oh boss, how long will it take? Masa mapon. Hey, masa. Ja obiani ne juma me. So I rushed to my sister like, sis, wouldn't take it easy, there. When the guy na kokasanti, and now the mesa call na me. As I turned on the guy, he picked him back. The guy stepped out and was leaving, so I rushed him.
So if you go feel,
no, I rushed him comfortable. I rushed him for outside. I go hold him back. Say, yo,
somebody did that.
But you somebody did that. What's your conscience? Charlie, they were a ball. I've bought for them. So it was someone that approached us. Oh, boss Andy. Charlie, what's up? I'm like, yo, this and that. Where the guys, oh, but why? You don't know him. That be Andy Dusty. I say, you, if anything happens to my sister, you and the whole hospital, the administration, that day, Charlie, I charge for them.
It go enter you.
I charge her. So the guy talked to her my way. Ask the guy to go the administrator. I say, Jai, can't want to go on tetanus. Yeah, because I'm out there before. So I had to beg the guy, the boss, but you to me, I shall see you, but because so that's not where he works. Another block. Eddie saying, I know they radio talk. Metianum say how. Yeah, the next day I dey here. That day Stone Boy they come interview. I remember very well. I dey here, me the Angla day here, no message come. Charlie, your sister died. Oh. Yes, on air. And I had to master courage, finish the interview, and I told them that I'm moving body into on train. So I called old man that Charlie
and if you see that doctor, Charlie,
you know be doctor, the guy be some nurse. Some younger boy be like that.
This is Hits.
You're very sad, and that is one person. And this is even some of the stories which even make it on radio. What about the stories which doesn't make it to radio? So clearly, whatever Kenija Poye or Taka about this whole misdiagnosis and how nurses respond to people and how doctors respond to people, especially Ghanaian patients, a idea I was say near Kenya. Now, mind you, I know say you are and Pimpi, doctors near the it will almost shift upon my pony. But if it is critical, I think they need to attend. Yes, I think a mass. Doctors be they don't just especially emergency unit any one more operation or madam mashikrana it me from say emergency it's no. They quickly rush him because he swore an oath to protect and help people and save lives. But Ghana no ekamia kwesi nimo when you're public figure now omeska kakra now your patients or whoever you took to the hospital will die. This is a very sad issue. Yanka say you need indemnity. A very sad. A lot of people have been talking about it, and it's high time we put in some checks and balances at various hospitals because we are losing a lot of people, and that is why people like Tima Kumkum and the Dusty, myself, and a lot of people are coming out to say that we need to talk about this. We need to talk about it. Even Karen Kashkane, also Babeka says we need to talk about this because our G6PD deficiency, and a lot of people are living with it. They've not read about it. Of course, when you're then it's just worsening the condition. Before you realize, no, at the end will say cure, no, then it has turned into a poison in your body. At the end of the day, it kills you. This is a very sad issue at Air Corso, but you need the indemnity. We will do well to be giving you periodic updates as all of this updates continue to unfold in our beloved country, Ghana.